When I started as juvenile judge 6 years ago, we had approximately 200 children in care, just under 200, about 180, I'm sorry. And in the last 2 years, that number has grown to over 320. We've seen a 60% increase in children that have been abused or neglected in some way, and it's been primarily due to the epidemic we're experiencing in this county. Well, really any committed person who has good values and is in a stable financial situation and is over 21 years old, they're eligible to be a licensed foster care worker. What they would have to do is apply with the Missouri Children's Division to become trained, and then once they're obviously screened, background checks, criminal background checks, drug screens to make sure that they're fit, willing, and able. Then they receive training, which is very intensive, and then once they're finished with the training, they receive a license, and then they're eligible to become a foster parent.
We have been foster parents for a little over 2 years. We've had 18 to 20 kids. The shortest time period was 3 days. The longest time period is a family group that we have right now that we have had for 21 months. Just when they laugh and they smile and they are well adjusted, and you have no idea what kind of life they would have had if they weren't in your stable home. So to know that they're sitting at the dinner table with us as a family to eat dinner, or that they have their own little bed to crawl up into at night, and they call it my house and my dog, and to hear them say, my mom is here to get me at school, and to think, who knows what they would have had otherwise if they weren't with us.
I have never met a more committed, incredible group of people in my life. It really, becoming juvenile judge has changed my life in many ways, and that came as a result of meeting these people who would open their homes and their hearts and their lives to take in these children, these abused and neglected children who've done nothing wrong, and these people, out of complete love and trust, accept them into their homes. One story in particular that stands out was a wonderful couple who were victims of Hurricane Katrina. And they were displaced from their home in Biloxi, Mississippi, and they had to move to St. Charles. Fortunately, his job allowed him to move here. And this was a childless couple, and they came to St. Charles County and said, you know, we're licensed foster workers in Mississippi. We'd like to help out and take foster children here in St. Charles County. They took a sibling group of 4 children into their home overnight. And it was an amazing story, and they, the natural mother of these children, never came around to be able to get her children back. She was suffering from drug problems, and so what happened was her rights were terminated, and this couple adopted all 4 of these children.
We have turned down in the 2 years probably 18 to 20 kids that we have said no. So, you know, there's lots of need out there. People like me, we can't say yes every time. And I know that they eventually find somewhere for them to go, but sometimes they have to go to a group setting or have to go somewhere else temporarily until they can find a home. And, you know, I've had so many of my friends say, oh, I'd love to do it, but, and if you're interested, just look into it, because, you know, it's not been difficult. Anybody can have a kid or an extra kid or two. They just blend into the family. You can set your limits. I've set my limit at, I don't want to take a child over the age of 5. I know what I'm capable of, what ages I enjoy. I don't want a teenager who can overpower me. Some people love teenagers. They can say, I only want teenage girls. I only want teenage boys. So you can really just look into it. You can set your limits. You can say, I only want 1 at a time. I could take 5 at a time.
The donations that we get from folks, we use it for parties for the kids, school supplies for the kids, school shoes for the kids. We every year have a Christmas party in July. We rent out Wapple Horse Pool, and the kids get a barbecue and all their school supplies, their school shoes, a Christmas present because it's Christmas in July. The judge comes, the juvenile office, the children's division, everyone. It's a big, fun event. These kids are going to get under your skin. Everyone here is so wonderful. It's terrific. And it's really interesting how they come to us. As I was telling you, the surgeon, one of the children we adopted needed surgery. He's had 2 surgeries. His surgeon volunteers now with her children every single week. And tonight we're going to go hear one of them, and her guitar class plays. So we love being connected that way.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for giving your time and attention to this urgent matter. These abused, neglected, and delinquent children of our county desperately need your help. They need your energy, they need your talent, they need your love. And I am especially excited that you are considering doing this. If you have it in your heart at all to ask questions about this and consider doing it, then please respond to the graphic we'll put up on the board with phone numbers, and you can get your further questions answered. Thank you again for your time and your love. May God bless you.